Hello and welcome to Sktv'S. This is Afternoon English News. The headlines first. Manipur freezes administrative boundaries from January 1st, 2026 to March 31st, 2027 ahead of census amid NRC demands. MMTU to launch mass campaign for Meitei inclusion in ST list for constitutional protection. Announces to launch No ST, No Vote campaign against politicians. And JAC in Chauba killing submits memorandum to governor, demands to form SIT within 24 hours to probe into killing. And now the news in detail. Manipur government has frozen administrative boundaries of all districts, tehsils and villages in the state from January 1st, 2026 to March 31st, 2027 to facilitate upcoming census operation. The decision was notified through an order signed by Additional Secretary Home Ahanthem Subhash Singh, stating that the Governor of Manipur exercised powers under Clause 4 of Rule 8 of the Census Rules 1990 to ensure smooth conduct of enumeration process. The move has drawn criticism from civil society organizations and political groups who have reiterated demands for updating National Register of Citizens (NRC) before conducting any census in Manipur. A recent political parties conclave organized by Campaign for Just and Fair Delimitation resolved to seek postponement of the census until normalcy is restored, internally displaced persons are resettled, and illegal immigrants are identified. Similar concerns have been raised by JCO-DEM, which warned that reliance on disputed 2001 census data and unusually high population growth rates in certain districts could have serious implications for the state. Meitei Tribe Union MMTU Secretary Organization Takilambam Parijat has announced to launch mass campaign for Meitei inclusion in Scheduled Tribe ST list for constitutional protection and to launch No ST, No Vote campaign against politicians. Speaking at a press conference held at Manipur Press Club, Parijat accused political parties and leaders in the state of creating vote banks instead of pushing ST status for Meitei and not initiating steps to identify illegal immigrants. He highlighted that the Supreme Court and High Court have repeatedly ruled against adding illegal immigrants to ST lists, stressing that constitutional rights must prevail. However, in Manipur, illegal immigrants are infiltrating electoral rolls with inclusion in ST list and receiving benefits. Parijat emphasized that the necessity to save rights of Meitei indigenous community from such activities, adding that MMTU vows to launch mass campaign for constitutional inclusion of Meitei in ST list and No ST, No Vote campaign against politicians. Parijat also highlighted impacts that could occur in census and delimitation process before any Meitei ST inclusion.
India da mito khandok gi hosi maroina mito khandok gi wafam si Bangladesh Muslim atra Pakistan gi lapu mi sing si screening to ba scan to som da yamna mai un sang raga even India gi home minister prime minister Assam da lapu da khandok si Bangladesh da gi lapu Bangladeshi mayamna Assam si yot khiragani ani suba Bangladesh or ani haibi nang ba su khandok pas yam toina tai adu Manipur da Myanmar border da lairiba koi gi Manipur da kuki zo mayam thamjal pase Masda Equigi single district in Tasiana, Anisuba Myanmar, the Sigi Matangadi, Indiana Nunamba, Mitopsi Namuka, Masi Wabase, India, the voice of power lady. Later, I am Hatan Hajan, my tasting a constitution, Makata, Quigi, yes, in the system, I say, I quickly write. Other Mastena Quina, yes, in system by Sequisiam, Hantabataka, Kuntagiva, Nataka, South Pagis civilization, they Handagiva, the Equator Mangsaba, political economy, Mangsaba, who labors on that. India, the Urumi, the other later of Nina, Equisi, protection of bio hibernate. Monsieur Quigi right.
Joint Action Committee JAC against the brutal murder of late Khaidimumbi Chauba Devi, aged 26 of Wangoi Khaidimlekai, Imphal West District, submitted a memorandum to Manipur Governor Ajay Kumar Bhalla yesterday, demanding immediate intervention to ensure justice in the case. Chauba Devi, a married woman and a mother, was allegedly murdered on December 27, 2025, an incident that has sent shock waves across the state and sparked serious concerns over the safety and dignity of women. While police have registered an FIR and detained the husband of the deceased, her mother-in-law and two others as prime suspects, the JSA expressed lack of confidence in the ongoing investigation, alleging possible bias, lack of transparency and misrepresentation of the incident in certain sections of the media. Earlier in the day, thousands of people, including members of civil society organizations, women's groups such as Myra Paibis, clubs and local residents, participated in a public meeting and mass peace rally held around 1 p.m., voicing the demand for fair and impartial probe. The JSA urged the governor to constitute a special investigation team, SIT, within 24 hours and demanded that no post-mortem examination be conducted until the SIT is formed and begins its investigation. Warning of intensified agitation, the committee stated that failure to meet the demands within the stipulated time frame would compel them to take stronger democratic measures in coordination with CSOs and public to secure justice for the deceased.
Miyar padat senaba kudimak atu bada puto police na masani gi statement atu matamda logo da bani misi asigi achum malangalang jin putok ti pawba asibak chang no roy masine khoi hojik GSC na yam kan tawriba demand sing si police ki investigation da hoji pawba pen ba oide masigi chapchaba langlang jin pariba mi anisina ata halami mi asigi chapchaba langlang jin oiba prop hoji pawba akhoi da watte masai khoi yaning dai pura man kan ka dawni police na chu kan ka dawni achuma mi amu ta happy ablo masai akhoi na kai dong su yaroi achuma wan pang pawba akhoi na kai dong su lep lai roi akal ma kaya gi khongjang chodra ki lakhi gi ni GSC dagi.
Former Manipur Government Minister Oinam Lukhoi has stressed the importance of participating in festivals of all communities without allowing cultural differences to create divisions. The Gangai Festival of the Kabui community was celebrated at Leishangkhong Kabui Khul and Wangoi Kabui Khul under the Wangoi Assembly constituency. The former minister attended the celebrations at Leishangkhong Kabui Khul yesterday. Speaking on the occasion, Oinam Lukhoi stated that celebrations of Gangai had been reduced to a namesake event over the past 2 years due to the ongoing turmoil in the state. However, he added that festivals are now being observed on a larger scale, attributing this positive change to the improved law and order situation in Manipur.
Community kuntraga ma truksina khunda minadana adugumba dekraba adugumba khogi chana lebak Manipur ni mamang gi chai khara thoning da thodawa thokharana siguma festival se maitai khatana te kabui khatana te khara de mayam solidarity utpoina festival ka pangthokna lakhibani adu hojikti thoning da thodo khara ingha taptharak bogi mami ubudagi umsidi kabui chilenau singi festival che happy chakan gan ngai je khara mapung phana pangthok dongna ujai koi khudimangna dharam gi khenaba jati gi khenaba thamdana amaga nungsi janana anam leminaramba dugumna magi festival tholoko matamda changna dana saruk gaminadana tawai se suki matik amna phajakarba miyoi bugi humanity gi dugumba chana kanglol amani.
Teachers and students of Iboton Memorial Academy Wangoi also attended Chakan Gangai celebration at Leishangkhong Kabui Khun. The event highlighted the importance of inter-community harmony, with participants learning about the traditions and cultural elements of the Kabui community. Speaking on the sidelines, Iboton Memorial Academy Chairman Wohengbam Jadumani stressed the need for youngsters to understand and respect Manipur's 34 communities in fostering unity and coexistence. Meanwhile, Leishangkhong Kabui Khun Sanamacha Gangmei appreciated the school's teachers and students for participating in the traditional gift exchange between the Meitei and Kabui communities during the Gangai celebration and expressed belief that it will strengthen Hills Valley ties.
Manipur ki lairiba 34 tribes, then Meitei and Panghan. Kuntha Troga Sigi, Apun Balaiba Ama, redefine the Wachangi and Khanjaraga, Maduki Pandam, the integrity through culture, integrity through religion, integrity through economy. She Paikat Ningbagi, owning the power level, whom Yangang Shingiga, parents sing, the Waja sing, Sigaloina Nangasigi, Amarabagan Naishida. ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯄꯥꯔꯇꯤꯁꯤꯄꯦꯠ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯂꯥꯛꯆꯩ
ꯑꯃꯒ ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯆꯍꯤ ꯈꯨꯗꯤꯡꯒꯤꯀꯣ ꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯩ ꯐꯤꯌꯣꯡ ꯂꯩꯕꯁꯤꯗ ꯁꯣꯝꯒꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯃꯩꯇꯩ ꯏꯆꯤꯟ ꯏꯅꯥꯎꯁꯤꯡꯒꯤ ꯁꯥꯏꯠꯇꯒꯤꯁꯨ ꯀꯣ ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯂꯥꯛꯅꯔꯒ ꯇꯧꯕꯁꯤꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯗꯤ ꯁꯥꯟꯇꯤꯒꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯂꯩꯒꯗ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯍꯥꯏꯅ ꯈꯜꯂꯤꯀꯣ ꯑꯃꯒ ꯅꯨꯡꯁꯤꯅꯕꯒꯤ ꯆꯥꯡꯁꯨ ꯍꯦꯟꯒꯠꯂꯛꯀꯅꯤ ꯁꯥꯟꯇꯤꯒꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯁꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯗ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯏꯔꯥꯡ ꯊꯣꯛꯏꯕ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯦ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯖꯥꯇꯤ ꯑꯃꯅ ꯑꯃꯒꯤ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯒꯤ ꯋꯥꯈꯜꯁꯤꯗ ꯅꯨꯡꯁꯤꯅꯕꯒꯤ ꯋꯥꯈꯜꯁꯦ ꯂꯩꯔꯀꯥꯟꯁꯤꯗ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯁꯤ ꯁꯥꯟꯇꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯒꯗ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯍꯥꯏꯅ ꯈꯟꯖꯩ.
Director of Trade, Commerce and Industries Department Yumnam Robita inaugurated the Wow Momo Wow Kulfi restaurant at Ghari Makhalikai in Imphal West District today. Speaking on the sidelines, Robita praised the entrepreneurial initiative, stating it will generate income for the owner and create job opportunities for several local youths. She also wished the restaurant success and growth.
Wow Momo se ama akoi Sangai Bro Road sida hangdoktana mayamda easily accessible ohenba akoi hanadi phangamdaba singdo sida phangakpa aduga entrepreneur ama oina mana atopa mayam su promote tawri aduga sije masana masabu akoi thabak pijaba haidare aduga akoi unemployed youth mayam ama government service gumba kaigumba phangdadare su isana isabu chakhatnaba isana business ama hangdokpa ise amna it's a very encouraging thing haidare akoi mi khudingmak loina tawbungam manate sije yamna risk ba yamna strong will oigadawni sugumba taw matamda risk yam leibanina.
As the new year begins, a get-to-know session for radio listeners of the state was held today at Brahmapur Aribamlikai. The program was organized by the Radio Listeners Guild Manipur RLGM and was led by RLGM Executive Member Sophia Sharma Bachaspati Mayum along with RLGM Secretary Nga Chalamba. At the outset, a 2-minute silence was observed to pay homage to those who lost their lives while protecting the territorial integrity of Manipur during the ongoing turmoil that began on May 3, 2023. Speaking on the occasion, RLGM Vice President Thongam Dara stated that the program was organized as part of the New Year celebrations to strengthen connections among radio lovers across the state, as well as to foster closer interaction with staff from community radio stations and All India Radio. The event also featured entertainment programs followed by a community feast, adding a festive spirit to the gathering.
Skill Manipur na koi sinja langjare har kanda Manipur da leriba radio station khudingmaki radio tabiri basingi sakhang makhang da thoram koi Manipur da lebiriba community radio station khudingmaki staff sing amadi Kaswani Imphal gi staff sing yauna amadi koi radio tabiri basingi Manipur gi kasin koya khudingmak tagi lengbirak le har kanda halaman imai bel mo pangi seno telese khudingmak koi radio tabin nari basing sigi sakhang makhang da thoram si koi ngasi han bo nongajing misida pangtok jabani.
And it's time for a short break. We'll be right back. Keep watching SKTV.
Manipur के अहानबा न्यूरो पेशेंट्स के अमत तंगाइरबा स्पेशलाइज्ड हॉस्पिटल न्यूरो इमरजेंसी ट्रॉमा नेट मल्टी स्पेशलिटी हॉस्पिटल सिंगजाई मथक टोंगथाम लिकाई दा हांदुक चरे हॉस्पिटल असना मरुइना बीपी स्ट्रोक ब्रेन ट्यूमर लंबी की खुदोंगथिबा स्पाइनल डिस्क प्रोलैप्स स्पाइनल ट्यूमर अमदी माइग्रेन चिंगबा लायंगली हॉस्पिटल असदा न्यूरो की लायंग बर चंगबा अफबो मखल की खुसु खुलाई अमदी मेशिन मरांग काइद ले मसिना कोक मरी लेनबा तोंगान तोंबा मखल की अनाबा सिंग निंगथिना लायंगली लमदम मसिदा न्यूरो सर्जन यामना तांगलिबा मरमना चिंगमदी अराप मफमदगी लाकपा अनाबा सिंग न्यूरो सर्जन उननबा होनबदा अवाबा क्या मायोंगदरी मसिदा सुनतना मतम थिंथना अनाबा लायंगना मरम ओरगा खुदोंथिबा क्या सुमायोंगदरी मसी पुनमक्तगी खरदो ओरबसु कन्ननबा डॉक्टर पार्किंसन सिंह MCS न्यूरो सर्जरी एम्स न्यू दिल्लीना मसामकी हॉस्पिटल असिदा पुंग कुनमरी लेदुना अनाबा सिंह लायंगली हॉस्पिटल असिदा अताबा ममलदा लायंग मतनतना OPD जनरल अमदी ICU बेड्स ऑपरेशन मेडिसिन एक्स-रे अमदी लैब कमरी लेनबसनसु अताबा ममलदा फंगल्ली ngasi magdenshin biro amadi kudong saba singa silobiyo hena kubam road gidamak hospital asigi telephone number 700 2154 da pau phabirak yagani
Give your child a foundation for a bright and successful future. Admissions are now open at Heritage Convent, where quality education meets values, discipline, and excellence. We nurture young minds through experienced teachers, caring environment, and holistic learning. Admissions open from 22nd December 2025. Visit our school campus to Naramthong Khulem Lekai for offline admission. Enroll today for a better tomorrow.
Welcome back, and in further news, Kabok Chaiba Yengba, an age-old religious ritual, began today at Moirang. During the two-day ritual event, a traditional recipe of Meitei community known as Kabok and prayers will be offered to sylvan deities, and a religious procession passing through every household in Moirang will also be held. Thangjing Seva Mandal has appealed to all concerned to participate in the religious event and offer prayers for peace and prosperity in the state. A hunger-free week cooked meal distribution program jointly organized by Lions International District 322D, Manipur region, along with the Lions Club of Kanchipur, Kanchipur Centurion, Kanchipur Greater, Kanchipur Palace, Kanchipur Unified, and the Lions Club of Singjamai kicked off today. The week-long program, which will continue until the 11th of this month, was launched at the relief camp set up at Samurau High School. Speaking to the media, Lions International District 322D District Chairperson L. Upendra Sharma stated that Hunger Free Week is an international initiative and is being jointly observed in Manipur by 37 Lions clubs. As part of the program, edible items are being distributed at schools and children's homes across the state. On the concluding day, food items will also be distributed to street vendors at Kwaramban Imakaithel, he added.
Kakching, Kaubal, Ningtokong, Oinam, Moirang, Nachimapamdak, Manipur, Gilajariba Lions Club Kuntataret Sina, Tongan Tongan, Kaidoga, School Gi Angang Sinda, Children Homes Ki Angang Sinda, Achapot, Pijaba, Aduga, cook meal distribution to was a Chata Jabani, Masi, Malem Gi, Mapung Kudimakta, Satariba program money, Aduga, Kuiga Aruiba program, see Am Chong, Quiraman, Kaitenda, January Tarik Trama Toida, Mafamaduda Pamiba, street vendors in Imai Ben Sing Aduda, Akoina Achapot, breakfast, Yen Bagit Horang, Sina Quigi Quagia Choba, program ni, Madoida Mili Singamoki Mataka, Pizza Nava Sinjari.
New office bearers of Kurai Genial Club KGC for the term 2026-27 were elected at a function held at Kurai Thangzamlekai, Laningtho Awangbalam Park today. Dr. Moirangtem Samjai and Kethrimiam Johnson were appointed as the new president and general secretary respectively. Several other office bearers were also appointed during the function. Speaking on the sidelines, Samjai highlighted the local club's aim to guide younger generations towards the right path, while Johnson appealed to all locals to take responsibility for the progress of the locality.
Samajaba sema matam sida imung dagi hoy lekai gi chakot thorang ma tarkum matam da club ke so thogang lei aduga loina na club sigi maru ba pandam bi hawuluk li bangang sing sida koina karamba mating pangaga kokta kiraga makoi bu samaj gi indi ema gon da club sigi so thogang lei habagi pandam sida club ki maru ba thogang mayam ma lo loina na club si nongnam khom to ni koi ahlon naharon hanalerni ba koi sai su angang business sida bakoi de encourage to ga loina na club ki oiba thogang sida 26 27 gi president gi famisi paijabni
leba ma chakot pai bisi maruina naharon singi alon singi punna koi sengbat pa thogang sei da koi club sin na yum moiraga platform moiraga yam marui ba thogang ma lobom thokpa koi longnana bagi damakta koi club si asi koi charge lojabani maramduna koi members sing koi punna koi pakat charpa sida koi saruk yana basu mayam pramukta sojok bibinaba nijai
Lamyanba Hijam Irabot Memorial Award Committee invites applications from organizations and individuals who have been consistently providing financial assistance or blood donations to those in need over the last 5 years. In a press release, the committee informed that the award, which includes a cash prize of 1 lakh rupees and a memento, recognizes outstanding humanitarian service. It further stated that interested organizations and individuals can obtain application forms from January 5th and submit by January 11th, adding that all concerned can contact 8575 645439 for more information. Moving on to national and international news, Congress on Wednesday appointed senior leader Priyanka Gandhi Vadra as chairperson of Assam Congress Screening Committee, her first major organizational role since stepping down as AICC General Secretary in charge of Uttar Pradesh. The committee will be responsible for shortlisting candidates for 2026 Assam Assembly elections, a crucial exercise as the party aims to regain ground in politically significant northeastern state. The All India Congress Committee AICC also announced screening committees for other poll-bound states and union territories. Former Rajya Sabha member Madhusudan Mistry has been named chairperson for Kerala. Former Chhattisgarh Deputy Chief Minister T.S. Singh Dio will lead Tamil Nadu and Puducherry, while senior leader B.K. Hari Prasad will head West Bengal's committee. Assam is set to go to polls in 2026 to elect all 126 members of the Legislative Assembly, with the current Assembly's term ending on May 20th. The Election Commission of India is expected to announce poll schedule in the coming months, likely around March or April, possibly in multiple phases. With Priyanka Gandhi Vadra at the helm, Congress is expected to prioritize strong candidate selection, social representation, and organizational revival in Assam, preparing to challenge BJP-led NDA, which is seeking third consecutive term in the state. US forces have captured Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro in an audacious overnight operation in Caracas and transferred him to detention center in New York, where he is set to face multiple criminal charges, including narco-terrorism and drug trafficking conspiracies. The raid, reportedly ordered by US President Donald Trump and codenamed Operation Absolute Resolve, was carried out by elite Delta Force units with intelligence support, targeting Maduro's residence inside the Fort Tijuana military complex. Trump announced that the United States would temporarily run Venezuela to ensure safe and proper transition and tap its vast oil reserves. Maduro, along with his wife, son, and 3 others, has been indicted in Manhattan Federal Court and is expected to make an initial appearance on Monday. The operation triggered sharp international reactions and violent fallout, with reports of US strikes damaging infrastructure in Caracas and at least 40 deaths overnight. Venezuela condemned the action as military aggression aimed at seizing its strategic resources, while the country's Supreme Court appointed Vice President Delcy Rodriguez as acting president. Global responses were divided. Cuba, Russia, and China denounced the move as violation of international law, while UK welcomed the end of Maduro's rule. India expressed deep concern and urged restraint and dialogue. Venezuelan opposition leader Maria Corina Machado hailed Maduro's capture as the hour of freedom, calling it a step toward international justice after years of sanctions, disputed elections, and escalating US-Venezuela tensions. And in today's weather report, according to ICAR Regional Center Imphal, state's maximum temperature was recorded at 22.5 degrees Celsius, while the minimum temperature was 6 degrees Celsius. The maximum relative humidity was measured to be 87% in the morning and 42% in the evening. And that is all we have for now. But before we wrap up, the headlines once again. Manipur freezes administrative boundaries from January 1st, 2026 to March 31st, 2027, ahead of census amid NRC demands. MMTU to launch mass campaign for Meitei inclusion in ST list for constitutional protection, announces to launch No ST, No Vote campaign against politicians. And JSC in Chauba killing submits memorandum to governor, demands to form SIT within 24 hours to probe into the killing. And that's the end of this bulletin. But for latest news updates, keep watching SKTV.